Hello everyone, welcome to next Selenium tutorial. So today we are going to learn about what is web element in Selenium WebDriver. So this will be a very basic and easy concept in Selenium WebDriver, but it's very essential to understand to perform any action or to do anything in Selenium WebDriver, right? So let's understand how it will be done using your manual testing, and then we'll move on to automation, right? So for end user or end customer, whatever web application we are developing or testing, it will be like very simple for them, right? So this is how, for this is an example like Amazon.in. So this is how end customer or end user will be seeing our website, isn't it? So this looks very easy, right? So but when you talk about the coding what we are doing, right? So whether it's web front end or back end, so it will be very complicated, right? So though it will be easy for end customer, right? So how end user will perform an action, right? So if they wanted to search any items on Amazon.in, they will just click on this text box and just type anything. Say for example, just I want to select kettle, so I just wanted to just type on it, that's all, and they'll just press enter or they just click on this, that's all, and they can see the results, right? This is how any end user will perform an action, right? So begin the scenes, we have to understand as a programmer or tester, so how it is actually rendered in the browser, right? So begin the scenes, if you see anything, right? So let's inspect this particular page. So it will be like completely HTML document. So document type is HTML, so it is a HTML document. So each HTML document will have its own start tag and end tag. So it will be having parent tags or child tags, multiple child tags, frames, images, everything it will have this particular HTML document, right? So exactly what we have to understand here is, so how each element or each, either be it a text or it's a text box or it's any image or anything, how it is rendered over here. So how it is represented in HTML document, right? So if you take anything, right? So say for example, I just wanted to see how this particular web element is rendered, right? This is a one particular element in HTML document. Just do understand, this is one element, just an element, right? So this is represented in a one particular element in HTML document, and it has tag name and multiple attributes and its value and what it has to be displayed. So these are all the multiple factors about one element in HTML document, right? So this is about how we do in manual testing. This is just HTML document, right? So the next thing what we have to understand is how user performs an action and how they will locate it. So it's easy for end user to locate particular web element on this web browser, right? If they wanted to just check get it by tomorrow, just they enable this particular get it by tomorrow checkbox, that's all, right? So this is how they locate it. So if they wanted to just select something else like shoe, it's easy for them, just come and just select on it, just press enter, that's all. So they don't have to do anything on from end user side, right? This is the second thing that end user will do. And then, so once they see what they wanted to do, say for example, they already selected the action, they what they wanted to perform is, they wanted to just check on this particular material, just click on this and it will open the new tab. So here they just wanted to see, so what they are doing here over here, they are just clicking on this particular image. This is the action that end user going to do, right? So here we have to understand three things. So one is how element is rendered on this web page. Second thing is how one particular end user is going to locate this particular element, and third thing is what is the action user is going to perform on this. These are the exact three things we have to do using your manual testing. Same thing goes for your automation, no, right? So what we have to do is, first thing is, what user usually do is, so we have to just select what is the particular element, right? And second thing is, so they have to locate the particular web element, and third thing is perform an action. So these are the three things any tester will be used to do, right? So how this particular HTML document is represented in our Selenium WebDriver. So for that, Selenium WebDriver presents WebElement Interface. So this particular WebElement Interface holds one particular element from HTML document or DOM. Basically, this WebElement Interface represents one DOM element, right? So that is what here it means. So how this will be done? So we have interface called WebElement, right? So let's import this, and this is what supports. So let's come to the next part after this locating strategy. So how in Selenium WebDriver we can locate a particular web element. So for the Selenium WebDriver provides WebDriver interface. Using that we can create an instance. Using that instance we can locate an element using two different methods that Selenium provides. One is find element. Next one is find elements. So these are the two different methods that Selenium supports to locate a particular web element. That is what this web element, right? So and then, so the third thing is user are going to perform an action. How we can represent that in a Selenium WebDriver? So in Selenium WebDriver, we have multiple methods that Selenium provides on particular web element. So that is what we are going to see. So therefore, like click or send keys to type your text. Just type. So drop down, select class using drop down. This is for drop down. So like this, for various multiple actions what user is going to do. So Selenium represent in a different methods. So that is what they are going to do. So right, let's talk about all these three actions, how exactly it is present, right? So let me take this class. Let me select this particular WebDriver to import. Right. So I have imported this. Now I am going to instantiate driver using Chrome driver. This is Chrome driver. It will instantiate. So now browser will open. So let's import this. So it is because this WebDriver interface is not imported, so we are getting this error. And then, so I want to open Amazon.in. Right, I just want this particular part so that it will be opened. Right, before to that, let's have some implicit weight. Driver dot manage. So I wanted to have 10 seconds using time unit dot seconds. So now implicitly weight we have added, and then browser will open with Amazon.in. Now, so I want to locate particular web element. So this one first, let's see this. Right, let's select this. What is the locator? So there are multiple locator strategy in Selenium WebDriver, so that we have to understand. So in upcoming videos, I will upload different locating strategies that Selenium supports. Right, so Selenium supports 8 different locating strategy. Right, so that is, it starts from your tag name, that is the element in our website, right? So let's see that. So this img is the tag name, right? Using this tag name we can locate it. So after that, in every element it has multiple attributes, if you see, right? So in such cases, right, you can see, so id we have, name we have, class name we have. So these are the different attributes that most of the your web elements, that elements in HTML document supports. So using these one of the attributes also, we can easily locate your web element. So apart from these four, right, so we can have other four locating strategy as well. That is partial link text, CSS selector, and XPath. So these are the different 8 varieties that Selenium supports to locate a particular web element, right? So that how we can locate that particular element using find elements, right? So first let's take this locate. First step is we have to locate the element, right? So that is what we have to do. Driver dot sorry, spelling, find element, right? So this supports by class dot. I am checking XPath. So don't worry guys if you don't know. So in upcoming my videos, right, I'm going to give you a complete tutorial on how we can use multiple or different locating strategy including XPath, right now just blindly let's use XPath. So I just copied wrong one. Let us take this particular web element. This is the input tag. ID has this one, right? We can directly use ID or we can use XPath. Anything is fine, right? This one is the input. Thread ID is equal to this is the ID, right? So this is the what this will do, right? This find element or this find elements. So these two methods will return web element interface, right? If you just mouse over on this, so you can see over here. So this particular find element method will return web element, right? So that is what it will do. This the first matching element on the current page. So whatever you are giving over here, it will first try to search whether this particular element is present or not. If it finds the first element, that it immediately it will return that control to your web element, right? That is what it is written over here, right? So what this will do, it will return web element interface, right? This is a interface. So that is what this one. So now we have done two steps. One is we have located the particular web element, and second one is we have assigned it to the web element. So now we have framed one particular web element. What is that web element? In here, this is the element we have now located, and we have got this particular web element into your Selenium, right? I think this understands completely, right? So first we have to understand how we have to locate and we have to assign it to web element. First two steps are done, and third step what we have to do is we have to do some action on that particular web element what we find, right? So manually if you do over here, we just clicked on this or just type on it. So here we are finding this particular search button. So I wanted to just type on kettle. Therefore I just wanted to type on this. That's the action user going to do, right? So that is what a perform an action. So what action they are going to do? So now let's say that now we have to use this send keys method that which Selenium provides. Let's remove this. Locate and form and form web element. That's the first two steps, and third step is we have to perform an action. So take particular web element, right? Dot what you wanted to do. So here if you see, user can perform any actions on particular web element, but as an end user what they are going to do, only that things we have to test. So for instead of typing, you cannot do click or you cannot do drop down select, right, in the particular text box. So only text box we can either clear the text box or we can enter any text. So these are the two different actions we can do on any text box. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to first clear the text box, and then same web element I want to type. What I want to, for typing we have to use send keys method, right? Their character sequence we have. So I have already published videos on this send keys method. So it clearly explains what are the different inputs that we can provide. You can just watch on my YouTube channel. I wanted to type like kettle. That's all. This is the action I wanted to do. That's all. After typing, I just wanted to quit the driver. That's all. So these are the actions. So now three different things that we have categorized using our Selenium. What user is going to do manually. So one is they are going to find an element, locating the element, and second thing is that is the web element, they are going to do any action and then they will do some action. That's all. So the same thing what we have done, find the web element, what user is going to do, which element user going to interact with. That is the one element that we have done over here. This is the input text box in Amazon.in, right? So with this particular web element, user going to type something, and for after locating the particular web element, so we have to assign this particular web element into your Selenium WebElement Interface. Yeah, this is a kind of a framing a web element in Selenium WebDriver. This is the second step you have to do. Third step is what user going to do. They are going to do some action, performing some action on the particular web element, right? If it's a text box, they are going to type it, right? If it's an anchor tag, they are going to click on that. If it's a drop down, they are going to select something from the drop down, right? So in this case, it's a text box. So user is going to send type something. So for that, Selenium provides send keys method, and inside that you can pass any string, right? So let's perform this action. So this is how actually web element getting framed using WebDriver. So this is a very basic thing that we have to understand. Unless until we understand this thing, so we are going a wrong way that understanding the Selenium WebDriver. This is a basic thing actually we should understand. Still, it's a very must knowing concept. Everyone who is automation tester in Selenium WebDriver, isn't it? So let's run this. It's running. Opening the browser, empty browser, and it will launch Amazon.in. URL using the get method. Sorry guys, my internet is a bit slow today. And it is ended. So actually it is not waiting for this particular element to appear, right? So let's have some let's see using some other dot slip byte over here to see how it is working. Let's give 3 seconds and let's try again running this. So still if it is not working, let's give some wait time between the different statements. Yeah, I think we have to maximize the browser. Let's maximize the browser. Driver dot manage. We have to use manage class, and in window we have to do maximize it, and let's wait for some time here, and let's try running it again. Hope it will work this time. I'm just trying to maximize the screen. Maximized, and loading the Amazon.in. Okay, something is going wrong. Let's take So what is the expert of this? It will be same. And let's try running now. I think if it's not working, also the concept that what I wanted to just clearly tell, right? So, what exactly is web element? Both in manually as well as how that manual steps can be represented using Selenium WebDriver. So, this is what I just wanted to convey. Hope that concepts are clear. So what exactly this is a web element and how it is represented in Selenium WebDriver, and then how a user is going to perform an action, right? So these are the different three things that every automation engineer should know, right? So hope the concepts are clear, guys. So that's all from this demo. Let's meet up in the next demo. If you love watching my video, please like my video, and please don't forget to subscribe to my channel for more videos on Selenium WebDriver. Thanks for watching, guys.